Hey guys, what is up in the universe today? If you haven't seen my face before, which I'm assuming you haven't, my name is Afton, and today I'm going to be filming a what's in my backpack / school supplies haul. And now I figured, since I did online school last year and have a lot of supplies that I've been able to keep, I would just do a what's in my backpack versus the traditional school supplies haul. And I'm sorry if this video is really late. School starts super late where I live. It starts in September, and I'm used to more of the August to May schedule, but it is what it is. And this year I will be a junior in high school. No! So that brings along a lot of complications. I'm gonna have to learn to actually time manage to be able to deal with my testing and different things like that. So without further ado, if that interests you, let's go ahead and get on into the video. Before I get on to the rest of the haul, I figured I'd start with purchases made specifically to cope with the hardest year of high school. And from what I've heard, that reputation is fully earned. I got this from Thrift Books. It's like the official ACT prep book, and it's a few years old, but it was a really good deal, and I'm grateful to have it. But it is a monster. This is honestly intimidating. And I also picked up, just because I wasn't sure what I was doing, the ACT Prep Black Book, and I have an SAT one that should be coming as well. And a lot of people recommended this, so I'll figure it out. I'll see what to do. And then the next thing I got, just to write down like application dates, scholarship dates, or like just test dates in general, is this really cute desk calendar, and I think that'll be super helpful this year. So now for my backpack. Alright, so this baby has been with me since the 3rd grade, and I've thought about replacing it a few times, but it's such a sturdy backpack. The quality is really there, and it has held up all this time. This is the Jansport Right Pack in fuchsia, and I would really recommend this one. My only gripe with it is that it doesn't have as many pockets as I would like, but you can get the Jansport ones that do. I think those are the trans packs or whatever, I'm not sure. Anyway, so starting off, this has like, in the big main compartment, it's full to the brim.
Oh, Yankee with no brim!
Okay, so first of all, something I kept from last year, just this bright blue 2-inch binder with tabs. And I have used binders every year probably since 4th grade. And I find I prefer them to notebooks. A lot of teachers will ask specifically for notebooks, and I'll purchase them, and they just don't get filled out most of the time. But speaking of notebooks, I did get a few of those. From Target, just a college ruled spiral notebook. This one's green, and I think it's an established fact at this point that green is for science, so I'll use it for chemistry this year. I don't know what I'll use this for, but another from Target, just a 5-star college ruled. And then this is something I have used for algebra.
And algebra 2, and then geometry as well. I'll use it for trig this year, but it's just another 5-star notebook.
This one's 3 subject, and I love this pink tie-dye print. I don't know if you can get it anymore. And then from Walmart, I just picked up an extra spiral notebook, also college ruled, and if I have to, I'll use that one for APUSH. The days of elementary school folder usage where we
Have folders for like every subject. Those are long over, and I'm aware of that.
but I did get a pink and blue folder from Walmart for pretty cheap, just because I can use them to separate homework or important files or really anything that needs separating, I don't know. And then I also got a pack of paper. I usually don't buy a bunch in advance just because depending on the teacher, you might have more or less online work, but unless you're like completely online, I would suggest remembering to pack some paper because I've forgotten several times and it hasn't been a fun trip. Right then, back from a water break, or in my case lemonade because I hate water. That's neither here nor there. But we're on to the smaller items now, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into those. I got the Sharpie S-Gels in this like blue-gray color. I mean, I've been hearing about these for a while now. I know that they're relatively new, but they claim to have a contoured rubber grip, always vivid writing, and no smear, no bleed technology. So we'll see if they measure up to the Pilot GX G2 pens, because so far those are probably the best black pens that I've encountered. We'll see how that goes. I also picked up these are like the Walmart knockoff versions of the Zebra mild liners, and I have those, but I prefer to keep them like at home in my desk. So I got these to bring to school, and they have so many pretty colors. There's honestly like a lot more selection. The next thing I've got, I get every single year, and I swear that it's improved my handwriting. I can write with wooden pencils, I just prefer not to, but it's the Bic Extra Sparkle pencils in 0.7mm lead. Alright, on to my pencil pouches. So I got this like holographic one from Walmart 2 years ago, and it's held up pretty well. But I use this to keep my simpler supplies, like things that I would need for pretty much any class, nothing really artistic. So we have like
A pencil, a highlighter, scissors, protractor, exo marker, whiteout.
you get the point. Anyway, so this is that, and I'll continue using it because I don't see any point in throwing it out. So the next bag that I have is from Target. It's like a UB bag with I love the little message. I think it's very accurate. But I use this to keep some of my more colorful items, I guess, that I'm even willing to take to school. But first I have the Inkjoy, the Papermate Inkjoy gel pens. These are my favorite, and I got them in like 10 different shades a few years back. But honestly, they're super reliable. I love them. I've used them for a long time, and they've really held up. And if you're noticing a pattern, like that's what I'm looking for. With pens, I am a stationery fiend. But I also have the Papermate Flare pens, and I like these. They're not as good, but they're pretty good quality. I just don't usually prefer the kind that bleed. I don't know. And then I have one of these like Papermate Clear Point pencils. Fun story, I buy these like every other year and lose them almost immediately, so they're not the best investment. Nah dip, Sherlock. It is what it is. And then I just have some colored pencils. Nothing fancy. There's 12 colors, and they're Crayola. And so then
I also have like some cap erasers, some sticky notes, some clear point highlighters, the Sharpie clear points.
this isn't sponsored, by the way. Like, I feel like I'm giving Sharpie and Papermate a real shout out, but I mean, they probably deserve it anyway. I don't know. But also I have some tape. I like haven't brought tape for the longest time, but every time I don't bring tape, then I'm needing it and I regret it.
I do not do my makeup every day, but every day I don't do my makeup always is the day that the paparazzi comes and finds me, so now I'm getting better at doing it every day.
So get some tape, bring some tape. I would recommend it. All right, on to the last few items before we get to the smaller pockets. So also in the main compartment, 2 last minute things, and another funny story. Anytime I've ever needed a ruler, elementary, middle school, high school, I've always borrowed it or just gone without and had the most crooked, gross lines because I can't draw at all. And for some reason, it just never occurred to me to get my own, but it did occur to my mom. Moms think of things that we don't. It's some kind of supernatural ability. But anyway, so my mom picked me up just this like ruler with a little cork backing, and now I own a ruler. The next thing, nothing super special, just a brush, and I think I should get a smaller one just so it doesn't crowd so much. But as you can tell, my hair is like an absolute mess always, and I don't know if you've seen those memes. I can include one right here. But anyway, the ones that are like 6 a.m. versus 3 p.m., if those are the hours you go to school anyway, that's me looking like a hedgehog at the end of the day if I don't have a brush with me, and probably if I do as well. So those are the last 2 things in my main compartment, and now I will move on to like these smaller ones right here. I hope you can't hear the dryer going off in the background, but if you can.
Rest in peace, that thing growls.
In my second pocket, I don't know, I always keep like an extra pen pencil highlighter, and then I think there's also glue stick, and an expo marker in there, should I ever forget something, which happens a lot more than you would think. It's not fun. And then I'm glad that I have those in there, and unless I like forget the backpack entirely, which is a whole nother mess. Anyway, I also have a flash drive in here, and then some wooden pencils. See, I told you I use them if it's like a life or death situation. And then I have wireless earbuds as well, and then to go along with that, since my phone dies pretty easily, a charger. That, like, just basic high school things. And I don't know where my graphing calculator is, which it would be really bad to lose that. It was pretty darn pricey.
Bruh.
But you know what, I'm glad that I have it.
You'll be screwed in algebra if you don't. So just know that you might need a graphing calculator. A lot of schools you can check them out from the library though, so I wouldn't worry if you don't have that.
And that's about it for my second to last pocket. I'm gonna go through the first pocket pretty quickly, just like run by it because there's a lot of just random stuff, I guess. Now that we're on the front pocket, your sentence is almost over, so I'll make this quick. First, I just have this lanyard with my cute little lemon print, my keys, and then like a little Tiana because I love her. Anyway, for braces, we have
Wax, some anesthetic gel, like a numbing pill or whatever.
don't do drugs, kids, but that's what this is. It's that.
Who we are.
I don't know if you've seen that. And bands. All right, and then I have this, if you can see it anyway, this Bath & Body Works gingham hand cream. I love the smell. Do I use it? No, and that's why it's still in here. Something I do use is this Burt's Bees Squeezy Tinted Balm in Sweet Peach, and it smells so good. So if you're a chapstick type person, I would recommend getting up right now and going to purchase that. No pressure or anything, but feel free to click off if that interests you. Also, we have some squished tissues, a band music clip, this pin from freshman year that shows you I really don't organize or throw anything out at all, a pen, a pencil, and then I think this really proves my point here that I need to clean things out more. This is from my, or should I say
Everyone's
2016 obsession. We have this fidget spinner from my orthodontist. I don't know why everything's braces related. And then I have this Genji one that I got off of Amazon, and I don't know, does it still work? We'll see. It still works. So we're good. That was the front pocket. I'm sorry if this video was short. I figure that when school starts, I'll get more lists in my syllabi and things, and I'll go out and purchase the different individual supplies that I need. But for now, that was pretty much it. If you watched to this point, I applaud your willpower. Honestly, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. This year might be tough. It might be a struggle to keep my GPA up. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna work at it either way. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see any kind of junior related content, and also let me know because I'd be interested when you start or when you started, and then also
Your grade, and if you want, what's your favorite subject? What are you interested in,
And feel free to subscribe if this kind of video interests you. I do plan to post more throughout the year. That's all for now, and have a good day, guys. Bye.